Paradise in Menifee, California, following up with the story that we did have about a bird theft here where they took 4 birds. We have an update for you.
Okay, we're here inside Birds in Paradise in Menifee with Lori Lister, who owns the business here, and she is holding 2 little birds. And what's the significance of these 2?
These 2 were the ones that were stolen 2 Tuesdays ago. I believe it was on the 4th. Last night we had contact by a couple of the family members and said if we took down the post about those 2 and their mother, that they would return what birds were still alive. They did tell us that 2 birds had passed away, and these were the 2 that survived.
So they admitted on Facebook that they took them.
100%.
And tell us again how you track these people down.
Well, I had waited for over almost a week for the cops to do anything, and they had done 0 investigation. I had the phone number of a gentleman in the red shirt that was in our videos that had given his phone number to my employee Katie to ask her questions about birds. On Monday evening, I decided to contact the man myself to answer his questions, so we say, but really it was to let him know that he knew they had the birds and that we wanted them back. So at the time, I'd even given him the chance to completely return all the birds and no questions asked, no charges pressed, as long as he made a deal with me by 9 o'clock that evening.
So one of the groups of suspects was in your store and gave his phone number to your employee.
During the robbery.
And why? What was his reason for giving the number?
He said he had a bird at home. He did not know what it was. He was sending pictures to my employee Katie and asking what it was.
Doesn't sound like the smartest thief, does he?
None of them are.
So now tell us, here's the really bizarre part of this whole thing. Tell us what happened last night. Now, how did you get these 2 birds back?
2 of the family members started harassing a lot of my clients and people that are on our page. And we just kept on getting more information and more information because they were just giving it up freely. Finally, I had enough. I put an apology out to everybody that was on our page, but we did not kick these people off for a reason. They were giving us all the information we needed by just going after people. At that time, I decided to ask them to return the birds, and I would take the post down that they did not want up any longer. I did remove that post of the 2 family members. They are very active this morning. Last night they were
You can put them back in there if you want.
and almost dead.
They're still traumatized.
Yes. They were shaking. Their crops were empty. They've lost a significant amount of weight.
Okay, so tell me about the person that brought them back to you and that whole thing. That's the bizarre part.
They paid somebody to bring the birds to us. We were told at about 11 o'clock to come to our store immediately, and that the birds would be there in a few minutes. My husband and me jumped out of our bed, got dressed, ran down here. At about 2:15, we were told they are outside. We walked outside, saw no birds, saw no people, and then all of a sudden from a distance we saw a blonde lady walking towards us. She looked like a transient, probably somebody they paid to hand us the birds. She walked us up, handed us the bag, turned around and walked away. No words were exchanged. I opened the bag, ran inside, pulled the 2 babies out, and I hate to say I was very sad to see it was 2 parrotlets and not the Lori and the parrotlet. Of course, no matter what, a life is a life, and it's sad that 2 of them may have passed away.
So there were 2 other birds that were taken, you didn't get back. They claim that they died,
Yes.
and one of those just happens to be the most valuable one by far.
Correct.
Right?
I think he's 9-month-old Stella Lori. He is more of a hardy bird. These other little ones, they are being hand-fed 4 times a day and need heat. The Stella is not being hand-fed, does not need heat. As long as they gave it fruit, because it's a nectar-eating bird, the bird would be alive. Even if they gave it seed, that bird does know how to break seed. It's just not the food for it. So I do believe the Stella Lori is still alive and out there.
So now, I would be reluctant to come out here at 2 o'clock in the morning and meet somebody outside without the police. but you said they demanded that there be no police, right?
Yes, they asked for no police and that it would only be just me and my husband. We did let our detective know that we were here waiting for them. The police were fully informed of what was going on. They chose not to be here. They could have easily hid out in the back. They could have been anywhere, but they chose not to be here to protect us.
But they are continuing the investigation, right?
Yes.
So are you satisfied with the way that the investigation has gone?
I'm not satisfied at all. They put a news release out last night that was completely untrue information. We are very saddened by it. We are very hurt by it. We have done all the work for them. They need to do their job now.
And you're saying that you have the address of where these people live. Of course, they may be hiding out, but there should be enough information for the police to go find these people.
Yeah, we have addresses of not only where they live, but 2 other relatives at this point. We have multiple of the relatives' names. Actually, we have, 4 addresses. 1 here in Sun City.
Wow.
For the owner of the house that they live in Yucca Valley, which is their family member. We have more information that we've put out that we have not put out on Facebook, but the police know it, and they have known it for some time now.
So if this sounds like one of your late night crime shows, it sounds like that to us too. This is an ongoing story. There's been 3 thefts of expensive birds here in the last year, and this one is by far the most bizarre. We will be reaching out to the police to try to see if we can get any more information. Last time we spoke to them, they said because it was an ongoing investigation, they wouldn't give us any details. But that's what we have from Lori, the owner here at the shop, and we will keep you updated on more developments.